syncs aren't the key to your music career. Your music career is the key to syncs.
If somebody's listening to this and they're like, man, I really want to contribute music to film and TV, what is the first step to move in the right direction? Because sometimes people are discouraged because they're like, wow, there's so many people out there. What's going to separate me? What's going to make me stand out in this sea of never ending things to choose from?
There's sort of two sides to that. There's like getting your songs into movies and TV. And then if you're trying to be a composer, that's sort of a different route. In both cases, to some degree, it's relationships. But if it's songs and you're a recording artist or a touring artist that you're in a band and you want to get your songs and stuff, I still think that the best thing to do is focus on pretty much every other aspect of your career as an artist, like touring, making fans, all of that stuff is what gets you noticed. That's what people then come gravitate to your music and say, oh, I want to use that in a TV show. But then making sure that that's available by having somebody else representing it, even if it's in the early stages, even if it's just a library deal with a low barrier for entry, but making sure that it's out there in the mix, that like they're sending, pitches out to music supervisors, like it's a numbers game at that point. And then the more your star rises as an artist, if that's your focus, the more people are going to come find you for that. And then of course, it doesn't hurt to know whether it's music supervisors, directors, producers. Music comes to me also through the production. I mean, there's always somebody with a cousin or a friend or whatever, and they want to send me a folder of music that I listen to that stuff because I have to, because it's the director's cousin or whatever, so sometimes it makes it into the movie. So that doesn't hurt. It's relationship driven. And then composing is the same way. Like with that, I would say that then it's really important to like start small and like be scoring like student films and making friends with directors who need a score that you can do for peanuts or cheap. And hopefully the people that you're doing that stuff for, their profiles rise and they keep hiring you back and introducing you to their director friends and stuff.
That's fantastic advice on both ends, because to me, if you are an artist, you're saying keep on focusing on what you're doing well. And just keep on working at that. Don't go like, well, 5 songs, put out an EP. We're just going to wait for it to get placed.
There was such a boom in the sort of sync business. There's so many companies that really sought to kind of capitalize on that in this sort of like get rich quick style thing that like convinced a lot of artists that a great sync placement is like the key to your music career. And I know that it's happened here and there, but those days are dwindling. The odds that one killer placement is going to blow you up as an artist anymore are very small compared to the amount of potential opportunities there are for your music. And so I would say, if anything, it's the opposite. Syncs aren't the key to your music career. Your music career is the key to syncs. Super deep, right? Let's say I'm on an indie movie and I've got $5,000 to spend on a cool cue as source in a bar. And I'm so stoked to be able to like give $5,000 or whatever to an indie band, and they're happy to have it. But like, I don't think I've ever seen once them go on to be superstars just because there's 30 seconds of their song in a Netflix movie. Like, or there's a few types of like high profile syncs that definitely get you noticed more. But even then, like, I just don't see that happening the way it did.